Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hejin Lee. I want to share with you a little bit more about XRP. Last time I shared an inverse head and shoulders pattern of left head and then the right shoulder. The neckline could be drawn on an angle of this type, and thereby a break above the neckline would be needed as a confirmation of this pattern. I want to share with you maybe a different pattern. If I raise this and connect it to this wick right here, and then if I draw a trend line of this for the bottom, we can then say we have what's called an ascending right triangle. Better yet, bullish ascending right triangle. You can almost say that the inverse head and shoulders is impregnated within the ascending right triangle. And if we label this from an LA wave perspective, we can label it as W for ABC, ABC for X, ABC for Y, ABC for second X, connecting X, and Z. To me, this means that we are likely in a path of price reaching one more to the top line and then break out. So thereby this would complete the X and then the Z. If approximately the breakout occurs on April 22nd in that week, if this is how it occurs, then probably on or around those dates, some type of a positive settlement news between the XRP and the SEC with regards to the lawsuit might be released. Maybe a news having to do with the relisting of XRP within the US-based exchanges could be released as well. I don't know exactly what fundamental aspect or news will be used to justify the forecast. If we take the full width of this bullish ascending right triangle and put it to where approximately that breakout might occur, that would give us a target price of around 141. 120 was based on the head and shoulders. So based on the bullish ascending right triangle, target will be at around 141 on a breakout of this top trend line, the resistance trend line of the ascending right triangle. Thereby, this pattern for inverse head and shoulders at bullish ascending right triangle, the Elliott wave WXYXZ sequence points to a bias for an upside. And that upside doesn't mean that it stops at 141. That is the minimum. They don't call it minimum for nothing, because minimums are most often exceeded. And this, I think, could exceed to $2. By the way, did you enjoy the AKRO trade that I had posted on YouTube at around 6.66 cents, 68 cents? This inverse head and shoulders broke to the upside. Expectation is for it to continue. And if we measure the approximate profit that we may be looking at right now, it is at around 15.7%. It went as high as 31.59%. The move here, the target for this wave 1 is 15 cents, maybe more. But the Elliott wave sequence is quite clear of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A live chart for this was listed as well in evidence. everyday analysis of this type, trade setups of this type, they are posted on hedging.com by me, Hedging Lee. And the evidence of performance of my trades have been made public on both YouTube and Twitter. Consider joining as a gold member, because only gold members get these types of trade alerts almost every day. And the win rate is quite impressive. My aim is to help and do no harm as an analyst. I have also developed and present every day on hedging.com what I call event-based analysis. A de-risking strategy that I developed since 1997 when I started trading. And since then I went through much pain and suffering in losses, only to realize that without an effective de-risking strategy, you're shooting from the hips and your account will go to zero. And yes, in my early days, I nuked a few accounts for sure. They were my tuition to the pathway of developing a working strategy, a de-risking strategy. All of these are based on de-risking strategies on event-based analysis, which I don't show in these videos because it is only for members. Consider joining. Have a good day.